Okay, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure for big Sierra Leoneans and interact and talk to them, because the essence of traveling itself and living in another space, way different from the geographical area, like war education. You learn so much, but without knowing. And for Una, we don't a big thing for we, because we know say the good is within Namna Bukego. For Kanlan, the one that we live now. There are so many things that we need to do for our country to grow. And then think that now we no more get for the Now this make even when Madam they talk about Dr. Kande, and the same story I say you can go be head of UN, you need to renewable energy. If we not bring renewable energy in a salon, if we not get to young energy access, I say me from me down the Norwich, you know the nothing. That make today you don't join me. So the invitation is there. Not necessarily for say we get space we go, but what we try for do is so big in so many respects that we need everybody. Last year where I came from? Last year I think, we interacted with some of the students that will be there. Yes, and it's always a pleasure, because the one day when they go to school, the one day when they go to university, and then get for go back. The one day when you don't have, so they're not ready for grades. Because they have many hours away, but they still don't have the day force. But of course, just being here, and I don't learn so much. You know, when the chairman they talk about transfer of skills, you know, technology. There are a lot of things where Kenya is way ahead of. And Adenaya for this climate change summit in Africa, the first organized by Africans, because we feel so important. And of course, the leader Naya, President Ruto, give a special invitation today at the day with them, you know, for launch a very beautiful initiative. And before he's so proud of waiting, we did do that part of Africa. I tell them, he tell them, say, when you don't help me do now, I want to make my grandson. So waiting we basically the try for do information so that obscurity what we don't go into. Almost to the point that people don't forget about we, especially when we size small. We for do big things then, good things then. We for make we stand out. We for make other countries they respect we. You know, in the past 5 years, a lot don't happen in Salon. But like how Madam said, you know the death fire you study. And plenty in a day, a lot of people not know. But we don't begin emerge again. That country once known for, the worst country for corruption, maternal mortality rate, and all the other ills of society, it's not the same today. You see, we will apply for go like the UN Security Council. Out of 192, now 188 vote for we for going to the Security Council in the non-permanent category. The life expectancy don't change in Asalo from 53 to 61 in 5 years. The number of women the way they die, maternal mortality per bomb business don't reduce by 60%. Why are the point and then small thing there? Now for me, we all know say we can do them. We can do them. Not to governor will get to it, my governor will get to. Now meet him before. And they ask everybody. You know, the beauty, as I would in I think like you said I'm a big government, but I want to make to my place. I don't know the chairman, you know. You're not sharp man, but you can hear me strong. You get to young fella, so I think so. you get Madame Madingo, you get the ambassador, I think a full attorney. And of course, you get another Madingo that side. Now the beauty is, there is no reason for we cling on to the ethnic cards and regional things that they have. It doesn't work. The salon too small. We are a good people. They still talk saying now we get the highest IQ in Africa, but we need to still work together for not achieve what we want for them. One of the best guy the way to do robotics now South Africa and from Sierra Leone. I don't try to forget him back for make it go back. But you know get the facility for me able continue. They make the progress we they make. But Sierra Leoneans then they stand out. So always what they try for do now for inspire we in different ways then. You talk about agriculture. Why I talk say feeds alone? We have no reason to import a lot of things then we will import. Rice in particular. The other day they group with Yabas. They say Yabas don't know. I said that is not my business. Because once the bomber did, if you say Yabas, they don't pass. Yeah, I'm not saying. I don't act this said it. That is the aroma. Why wait till they go now the full of this? And I make me say pizza alone. Where he wants Yabas to go, he go plant some. Now listeners. Now we don't experiment them. We grow up. We don't begin growing up. We scale them up. Inside salon. We able to produce all of them in there. Not only for feed we sell, but also for make we able to sell and get money. We want to buy a bus, you sell money overseas. We want to buy rice, you sell money overseas. We want tomato, you sell money overseas. If we calculate how much we don't sell overseas from who get independence, who for don't take care of us, not just small money that one. And yet, with the grumble say, we are poor. We have to be poor. Because everything else will get, pass we send money out. We know they do that thing, we for make we get money from outside. Now we the same. So that rest business, where I don't say, the bomber, no man, not the joke. Even in Kenya, I don't say that they joke with the bomber. I don't start doing that for the rest. We forgrown. Be able to grow. And the challenge that we say, one and the many things that we for do now is seed. You know, I've been talking to primary chiefs I think 4 days ago, 5 days ago. You know, and all the time the same seed within the plant, and then they keep some the plant and back. It's not the work. But we don't get experiment with one group where don't go salon where they produce at least 7 tons per hectare inside salon. We mean say we can do it because that is almost the average around the world. Now Vietnam, where they produce. When a corn we can able to do up to 8 tons per hectare inside salon. So if we do the calculation very quickly, in 2 years, if we do the necessary arrangements, then we get the right seeds, then the other inputs, the fertilizer and machinery, and we able to develop the land, and we able to keep all farmers there. Then quality seeds and where they yield very high, we able to feed ourselves. But with technology, we still believe, you know, that same old rest, to tell you one day we grandpa be left, now still they keep now the land, they will put them back. So inside salon, at the moment, the average farmer, 1.5 ton per hectare. We don't broken back now 1.5. When the average farmer in Vietnam, they get 7 tons. Now the same piece of land. So you don't see the difference. This one, if you do even 50 hectares, you'll be able to get something for it, and you'll be able to sell and get disposable income. Whereas the one in salon, not for eat no more. So we need for do plenty things there. Now then we don't look into. We don't say now. I even talked to the paramount chief. I said one of the biggest things that we will need for do now for make sure say the land available, because we go salon, the land tenure system, forget up to 2,000. We need over 100,000 hectares who for put on that cultivation. But forget a small piece of land inside salon, it's extremely difficult. Freetown, impossible. Upline, difficult. Freetown, of course, now we get landed, we the way the care cutlass go, the care cutlass because that one landed now, oh my God, my bike's going to get down. So we're not going to be care cutlass and finish with the whole thing. We don't, so we get too many problems there. Land now one big problem. So I tell them, I say, we're not a primary business. Now this one grow rest, no feed we sell. We're not go find the land for me. We're not for you rest, we're not for you land. So we don't begin the assignment. Dr. Yonkela and the others, I don't tell them, say, we don't want an excuse. By 2027, 28, we forget to young Obama. Also, we want to eat our money, we eat our afternoon, we take some back and let's early morning, we get it for rest. But truly speaking, we don't make some progress, but things are hard. If anybody tells you things are not difficult, what does everybody now know? The world, things are extremely difficult. And besides the imported inflation, the things they want to buy, even who sell in the commodity, the price don't go up. So by the time in the region that they go through custom and everything, it just shoot up further. Then that don't affect with exchange rate. It has been under pressure continuously. So things are tough. We're not going to say everything is rosy out there. But we will be strong enough for continue with the same way. And I'm sure with time and consistency in terms of effort level, we will be able to deal with them problems in there. And that make we know they claim monopoly over information and ideas and solutions to the perennial problems that we'll get. Everybody is invited. If you don't get onto me, you will get onto somebody else. Explain how you feel say this problem where government they try to solve, where they know able to solve, you able to solve it, or you have a way out. It's always acceptable. Me, that's how I operate. Because when we are under pressure, I reached now at 1 o'clock this morning, you get for work till up before people they all throughout the day. So then they say, hey, look up by the sleep, they don't know what you do. I don't sleep 3, 4, but I get for go work in the morning and I still work. In fact, I get another big appointment after this one I have, but I've been just necessary for me. And the strategic relationship we want to get with Kenya, I think we have. We don't start with the former leadership and we will continue, and in fact, it is heightened because they self-recognize, yes, we don't do certain things the way that they admire we Salon, and therefore there is a closer relationship than it was before. So some of the issues we talk about in terms of, I think if we articulate them, we can able to lay them the right office them, and we can able to get the support in agriculture where they do extremely well, in climate change issues where they do extremely well. The other time we at the third they say, if almost money Kenya they make flour no more. It's unbelievable. Just flour. Because some man not you understand. I said they can't rain when they rain and salon. They can land, now only 15% of the arable land who get na salon now they use 90 other cultivation. The other one all na grass. That's true. But forget that grass they see you want to go plant something. That's why they can charge you, so can't charge. So now that kind of scenario we don't want to change. So there are many things, and I appreciate the fact that we get business people among Ghana. I don't know why why for send money for me for difficult. Now they are telling me for declaring because Mrs. Foreman will send money for me. Human capital. As we all know, human capital is so important. For me, yes, we get diamond, gold, Salomon, give you a long list of the things that we'll get. But for me, I thought the most important capital we'll get in any country, now we the human being. Now we the baker, now we the boiler. And you know, the most important thing we will do is, even we in leadership and many others, now for admission, all down left don't go to the point now for make a life. Not say, oh, me no be the no. Some of the bad things that really happen as well, not to just government people. You have ordinary people. If we don't talk to free quality education, we see teachers in the dread picking. My school don't pay all the money. We don't buy textbook for the teacher, teaching and learning material for the teacher. We don't buy textbook for the picking. They steal the driver. One instance where we can't notice now, one will in drive, where the mama and daddy don't die. They beat her and the driver. I mean, so plan the lot of minister. Now we say that's possible, you know if now in daddy not just teacher, or in daddy not just policeman, or ordinary farmer, you know. But because we want that little money from her, you know, get her. We are being cruel and we do certain things that we're not there. So we all get for acceptable fault. And why I've been giving her just the gist of the good things that we don't happen as Salon. And for people who don't say, we have to suffer. Corruption not doing it too. But with the anti-corruption new act that we don't put in the effort, then we don't move 19 spaces. Now, the MCC will be the rate 2 before, like during the APC time, will be rate 3, the highest will be on 49, now we go as far as 83%. That means we get independent international bodies where they monitor what they do. So not always here they team up at the top now no more. You get data where they should support everything we are not, anything we are not saying we don't do. We don't free up the political space. When I know the death penalty, even in the US they're free for Poland. They still have it. They still kill people. But that is human right. We now we slap you can and they say you don't abuse the human right. So we don't do plenty things there for make myself stand apart. You know? So they invite everybody for making an effort. The student themselves will not say, because students they always the group. They always want something. So we therefore see how we help for making they go before. It's hard, but now we get for blood. Now it's a generational challenge. You know, every country they make effort for changing the narrative. We have started. Things are moving. A lot of kids they're in school. Even when they be the spy pass man. There's a young guy, I think 2 weeks ago, a week ago, who sent one video to me. I see him before I come. I see him with him that in I come here, he's a very smart little guy. That became the talk English, you will visit in London and come out. I come here, they go school. I come here, they go school. If my man not in a house, if I didn't get nothing. That became he read the talk show. I call him, I say, why you say that? He said, we they go study for campus, they can't begin read, you know. Where they tell me, I say, but not to the government working battle. Teacher, I need to work my class, teacher. Teacher, they read the answer there. So we all give up. Because it's one thing for make pronouncement policy, it's another thing for getting a buy-in, whether in or out of the country, and for make it succeed. Like all the things that we try for do until we get to a buy-in, it will not work. No, the big 5 they talk about fits alone. But that day until I had the only one women and then they grumble about it. No previous nothing about that. We get formations in the machine where they run the public sector and the civil servant. Today are you reading? How do they call permanent secretary in there? Principal. I like that name there. You know, when you tell somebody say permanent. They do like this, you know. When you say minister, but that's like young minister, now we don't know When they smoke out now, when they find them, the minister confused, you know, with the Nazi, you know, 7 for 6 months, then they pull out. I need you, I go left my permanent section. You know, what the way you really well, I said, we go change that. So we basically they say, I beg, it is not easy. Things are tough, the world is tough. But we not forget any excuse. The little way they do now, you corner, now your area, and specialty, it makes alone the change. When we don't get new airport, some people will say, nah, lie, nah, 57. When they come to Malaysia, they let me call it, they go walk their foot for the elevator. We know who fake we serve. We need for, these are things we need for long ago. So at the day when I generally, in different ways, then when I get a high commissioner, where I also when I engage fully, when I don't say we missionary not it, so it takes time to establish the normal connections and know how we do, but the government fully support me, the president fully support me. I believe you see they forgive some wildlife. How to keep them free to we don't go far with that. At least we will see lion, we will see other things. I'm not going to eat more. I don't think we don't do small part. But we don't go far with that anyway. And my sanctuary said we will be, you know, we will go watch the true. Like I just one day at the edge of town. So I tell my place, thank you, happy for being with tonight and for sharing this moment with tonight. Now, therefore, excuse me because I got another bigger legendary for this thing, and I think they don't do it for me. So make that start now first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for inspiring hope, for encouraging us, and for reminding us that we can do it as Sierra Leoneans. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, His Excellency and Madam First Lady will take group photo with 3 sets of people. First, professionals, experts. Second, business community. And third, students. Please, they ask all the professionals, experts, please just come up as fast as you could. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.